Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Chop It Up Kitchen. Today we're going to do a little different, fam. We're going to go on something like a field trip. We went out to the Bantu Festival for food, fun, and culture, baby. That's right, food, fun, and culture on the Dr. Sebi tip. And we hung out with my good brother, Dr. Umar Johnson, who was the keynote speaker. So without further ado, enjoy these festivities. Always your health is your wealth. Stay tuned for the next video, my baby. Stay tuned for the next video. Your health is your wealth. Peace.
Dr. Umar is a champion for our people, the most requested scholar in America today. Let's raise a black power fist and show some love for Dr. Umar Johnson.
My relationship with the city of Chicago is a very personal one. Almost 12 years ago, I came to Chicago on September the 18th of 2010, and I conducted a public television interview with my good brother Dawa Yisrael of the Hebrew community. And 5 weeks later, I took copies of that Chicago television interview to my first lecture in Harlem, New York City. And overnight, I became a household name. And it started right here in Chicago, and it finished in New York City. So Chicago will always be very special to me because my catapult, if you would, into the global black consciousness movement began in Chicago on September the 18th of 2010. What do I want to say about the children? Being a psychologist,
consider letting me interview you for the documentary. Like that. Make sure you text me. Don't ever let the red, black, and green hit the ground. Don't you ever let that flag hit the ground.
right here in Chicago, is the fact that we are too comfortable, way too comfortable, letting non-African people control the educational destinies of black children. I'm trying to understand why a people who gross $2 trillion every year in spending power don't have many schools for their own children. Here in Chicago, I believe you have maybe 3 truly independent schools. Back home in Philadelphia, we don't have any. And of course you all know I'm working on one in Wilmington, Delaware right now, the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. The reason why we have to take education back for our children is because America's agenda for the education of black children is to prepare our daughters for poverty and our sons for prison. That is the program. That is the only program. And for those who are lucky, they may escape to college and get a 4-year degree in white supremacy and a 2-year master's degree again in white supremacy, and a 4-year doctorate degree in white supremacy, and then they can graduate into the Academy of Lifelong Debt to the Banks of America in the name of student loans. One of the things we have to do as parents and activists as a community is we have to fight like hell to get the industrial building trades put back into the high schools of Chicago. Nobody's talking about the fact that so much of the violence in black America, from Chicago to Oakland, from Houston to Baltimore, from Philadelphia to Hartford, from Memphis to Jackson, Mississippi, so much of the black on black violence grows out of an economic desperation So much of the violence grows out of financial hopelessness. So much of the violence is the result of the fact that our black young men and our black young women cannot earn a decent, livable wage. And because of that, they engage in dysfunctional activities that bring down the structure and quality of our neighborhoods. But whenever we turn on the news, they don't talk about the financial desperation. When we turn on the television, they don't talk about the economic marginalization. Nobody is including the economic crisis facing black males in this overall crisis of black on black genocide. I don't care how much we talk about peace and mediation. I don't care how much we talk about conflict resolution skills. I don't care how much we talk about raising the black consciousness of young African children in Chicago. Until they can earn a decent, honest, livable wage, violence will not go away. This is not only true for our children, it's true for the children of any culture. Who were the original drug dealers in America? They were not black, they were Irish, they were Italian, they were Jews. Who was the original gangsters? Who were the original racketeers? Who were the original hustlers in American society? It was not African people.
One more. All right.
No white girlfriends, right? No white girlfriends. Who I got next?
Thank you.
Text me that picture.
I invite all of y'all to join me at the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy at 600 East 17th Street in Wilmington, Delaware. This coming Saturday, September the 10th. I repeat, Saturday, September the 10th will be our second annual Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Family Festival. From 10 in the morning until 8 p.m. Food, games, raffles, vendors, giveaways, music, performance, a whole day full of fun. All you have to do is fly into the Philadelphia International Airport. Wilmington, Delaware is 20 driving minutes from the Philadelphia International Airport. If you want to be a vendor, or if you want to perform on our stage, please go to fdmgfestival.com. The festival is free. It does not cost you. Go to fdmgfestival.com and register. I thought the school would be done by now, but we have been running into some unscrupulous black contractors. We got ripped off by a black electrician. We got ripped off by a black plumber. So brothers and sisters, the only reason why the Marcus Garvey Academy isn't done is we have to find black men and women who are responsible enough and have enough integrity and character to finish the work that they got paid for. With that being said, if any of you know of a plumber, if any of you know of an electrician who can do industrial level work, commercial level work, please pass them on to Dr. Umar, because I want to start school next summer. August of 2023, I want to start school at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Somebody asked me the other day, what is going to make your school so much different? Don't we already have a lot of schools? You got a lot of schools, but you don't have a lot of schools teaching our children what they need to be taught, how they need to be taught it. At the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, black consciousness will be a course. If you don't pass it, you don't graduate. At the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, white supremacy will be a course. If you don't pass it, you don't graduate. At the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, we will be teaching financial science, Your sons will learn how to invest in the stock market in 2nd grade. They will understand the principles of real estate. They will understand how to build their own business plan and operational plan and financial plan. Because I'm sick and tired of every black child in Chicago automatically being sent off to college as if college is some sort of a rite of passage. Black mothers and fathers, why are you sending every child to college going into debt, $30,000 a year, $60,000 2 years? Some of our children are in debt more than $100,000 on a college education that has yielded no return. Most black people with a bachelor's degree don't even work in the field in which they earned their degree. Half of black people with a master's degree don't even work in the field where they earned the master's degree. 25% of black people with PhDs are unemployed. Brothers and sisters, you have to go to the Chicago Public School Board meeting. Go to every Chicago Public School Board meeting and tell them we want the electrical trade put back in the high school for our children. Tell them we want roofing put back in the high school. We want plumbing put back in the high school. We want HVAC put back in the high school. We want welding put back in the high school. We want auto mechanic put back in the high school. Our children can make more money working with their hands than they ever could with a college degree.